Before the video starts, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel and leave a like. I know it doesn't change anything for you, but for me, it's a symbol of pride and gives me the motivation to continue making videos and working for you. Enjoy the show! Dragon Ball is notable for having created an era and for having overturned the laws and habits not only in the anime and manga world but also culturally across many fields. Toriyama's manga has always offered fantastic characterizations, incredible plot twists, and breathtaking battles. With the advent of Dragon Ball Z, and in terms of manga, with the second part of the comic, Toriyama introduced one of the most beloved and praised characters, Son Gohan. Goku's son has always demonstrated tremendous combat and intellectual skills, achieving fantastic results but, at the same time, disappointing outcomes due to his lack of interest in training and his varying interests. From the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan had already shown various sides of his character that are very polite and calm, but he demonstrated little interest in his father's passion while being very interested in studying and culture. Despite his mother's constant efforts to guide Gohan towards a path different from his father's, Gohan immediately showcased his talent, becoming very angry during the battle with Raditz. This particular incident shows how Gohan can demonstrate his potential in uncomfortable situations that make him angry. Due to the impending threat of the Saiyans and Piccolo's choices, Gohan spent part of his childhood training, trying to develop his talent to be useful to his friends in times of need. Through the Great Ape transformation achieved thanks to his tail, Gohan proved to be crucial in the Saiyan saga, putting a warrior like Vegeta in serious difficulty. Despite his mother's disagreement, Gohan, showing great courage, volunteered for the subsequent journey to Namek with the goal of resurrecting his fallen companions from previous battles. This planet was very significant for him as, by facing strong opponents and unlocking his dormant power, he managed to greatly increase his strength, although he was unable to be of much help due to the opponent's strength. As the story progresses, Toriyama, realizing Gohan's popularity, decides to give him more focus, centering the story around the talented boy. During training with his father, Gohan achieves the Super Saiyan transformation and earns his father's trust, leading Goku to leave the fate of the Earth in his son's hands. In the days leading up to the imminent battle, Goku openly admitted to his friends that he wasn't sure if he was strong enough to face the enemy and that he could be defeated. Despite these statements, Goku remained calm and serene, as if there was some certainty he could rely on. That certainty was his son, who had become stronger than ever. After withdrawing, Goku, to the astonishment of his companions, left everything in his son's hands. After facing various difficulties and general uncertainties, due to a great shock, Gohan managed to obtain the strength necessary to defeat the enemy. Despite the subsequent death of his father, Gohan, seeing the enemy still alive, felt reassured instead of terrified, as he had the chance to avenge his deceased father. With his father's telepathic assistance, Gohan managed to defeat the enemy, bringing peace to Earth and marking the beginning of a new era. However, the era initiated by Gohan's triumph, due to various reasons including fans' love for Goku, began to shift towards an end, giving space back to the characters who had become famous and unbeatable from previous adventures. During the last saga of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan demonstrated great abilities but began to show the first signs of disinterest in training, failing to demonstrate particular commitment. Through a magical ritual, he managed to gain new strength, which allowed him to momentarily enhance the common enemy, who, however, after a subsequent power-up, demonstrated his superiority, keeping Gohan off the main stage of Dragon Ball for several years. With the arrival of Super, Gohan's decline began, particularly evident in the saga of Frieza's return, where he showed tired form and little strength even in times of maximum effort. Dragon Ball Super has been largely an unflattering showcase for Gohan, who added failure after failure and faced numerous embarrassing moments, all this until the Tournament of Power. During the tournament, Gohan demonstrated that he was still a character of excellent qualities, greatly assisting his teammates in taking down a highly feared opponent. This marked the beginning of Gohan's resurgence, culminating in the present day where, thanks to a great shock, he achieves a new transformation that allows him to defeat an apparently unbeatable enemy. This latest victory is yet another demonstration that Gohan, in terms of innate abilities alone, is one of the strongest characters in the entire Dragon Ball universe, acquiring divine abilities that his friends gained through grueling training.